Hello everybody and welcome back to another evening of EU3. Uh, my name is Hako and I am your commentator for tonight. I am here with Matty Robbo as always. We are gonna have a great evening.
We're going to have a great evening. It's not been mentioned several times already in the EU3 Discord chat, but there's a certain individual not here this evening that could influence the championship. There is no X427, so Aston Martin on the back foot this evening. Other than that, all the big guns near the top of the championships are here. The likes of Two Spell, Kevin. We've got Almanac returning as well, but then the likes of Luke and Falawe. So should be in for a very good race this evening, and qualifying I think will be pretty close once again.
Yep, it's been very close the last few times, and it's no surprise if it's gonna be close again tonight. Andre is the first car going out. He is in the Kicksauber. That's your team.
That is my team, yep. And Shane as well. Hopefully can bring more points home for the Kicksaubers, as we are getting quite close to the end of the season. We have got 3 races to go, including the one tonight, and there will be a lot of talk the next couple of weeks in particular about championships being decided and wrapped up. We're getting to that stage already. Exciting times.
Yep, it's definitely exciting. I actually can't remember who's at the top of the standings.
You can't remember who's top of the standings?
Nope,
Don't you
but
worry.
you can tell me.
I can tell you. At the top of the EU3 stand. What would you like first? Would you like constructors or would you like drivers?
I would assume we start with drivers and then go on to the...
We'll start with drivers. At the top of the Drivers' Championship is the Wizard. The lead has been cut down, though, Hako, to 18 points. That gap that was quite big towards the start and the mid part of the season. It's now down to 18 points. So Wizard 139, Falawe 121, who's been eating in at that lead. Kevin, now with all his points added together, he is in 3rd place on 94, and it's between him and Luke. There's 1 point difference between Kevin in the Williams and Luke in the Red Bull, 94 and 93. Andre gets himself into the top 5. He's on 85 points because he's picked up a win, one of the 5 drivers in this tier that have won a race this season. X427 not in tonight and is in 6th place. Then there's quite a big jump down to Pioneer, who's on 54. Then the Ferraris of Ty and Pipetech on 45 and 40. And then Moncho runs out the top 10 on 28 points. But the top 10 is not quite decided because they're all quite close to each other, from Moncho down to even Pepe is only 21 points. So that could change in 3 weeks, really.
Yep, it
It's
definitely
all
can.
pretty tight. Constructors' Championship. There is a certain equation this evening. It can be wrapped up, I believe. The gap between Aston Martin on 223 points and Red Bull Honda on 145 points is 78? Yeah, 78. So there is an equation where Aston Martin could potentially wrap up the constructors, as there is only 44 points available for each round. So there's 88 points. They need to have a gap of 88 points to win the constructors. So I think Wizards got to finish 4th for the Aston Martins to win. And then Red Bull and the RB Honda are separated by 15 points. So it's close for second.
Yeah.
But the first could get wrapped up this evening. I think I've just done the correct maths on that, I think, as well. I will double check that later on in the evening, depending what happens. But yeah.
Yep. As we were talking about all of that, the times have been going down. Scrolling with a 15.4. Some drivers have invalidated. We have Almanac on a lap. He is in the Alpine. He's gonna go through Villeneuve now. It's gonna be very difficult to get the car turned in, especially with the track limits on the exit there. It's very difficult because you want to use all of the curb, so you can carry a lot of speed. Let's say it like that. You want to carry the most speed without going out of bounds, but the track limits around here are quite tricky for some odd reason. Aqua Minerale now, very difficult. You want to hop over the curbs there. You wanna take all of it. Doesn't really do that, but it is decent sector 2 split. Very good chicane. He's got a bit of traffic up ahead. That is a McLaren, but it shouldn't affect him too bad. If anything, it will give him a bit of a slipstream. So he should be fine going over the line now. It will be a 59, so it slots into P2.
Yeah, Almanac in the Alpine. Skoloin as well is also a returning driver. The two guys we expect to probably be near the top of this tier. Almanac was in EU2 last year, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember actually.
Almanac being, but I think he was in EU2 last year because I was racing with him. So, and then Skoloin as well, who's putting that's a pretty hefty
Whoa.
lap time. And I've seen the is that the Haas that was a
No.
little bit wayward?
That was the kick solve of Shane sliding and drifting through the chicanes. But he's on the medium, so he's gonna do some practice. 2 spells on a lap. He is in the Aston Martin and he's finishing the sector 1. It's of 24.6 for a sector. That seems decent. I don't know what sector splits we're supposed to expect, as I haven't done any laps around Imola. So I don't know. But you can tell that this man has done a bit of practice. Oh, he was outside, but I'm surprised he didn't get an invalidation. Sliding and the rear's moving around on that Aston Martin. It's not fine a chicane. And the chicane is where you lose all the time in sector 3. Because these corners down here, they're not really too difficult. So you would expect people to invalid the laps and have laps ruined in that. Yeah, that chicane. Almanac is on a lap. He's 4 tenths up already. Through sector 1.
Kevin in the purple middle sector is about to cross the line, and a 15.7.
He's been on this tyre for quite a bit.
Yeah, that chicane at the Variante Alta, I heard you saying, can make or break a lap. I would agree. I think the curbs on this game make it a little bit harder than previous games, because you could probably take a lot of curb and get away with it, whereas I feel you can't really throw the car over the top of that curb anymore. It looks very slidey out there, not particularly very nice for the guys to be handling. I'm seeing if anybody else who hasn't set a lap. Flyway's not set a lap yet. He's invalidated again.
Yep.
We're not at panic stations just yet, but it makes it a little bit uncomfortable with just over 9 minutes to go to put a lap on the board.
Whoa, and that's the McLaren around.
Yeah, that was Panda.
Yep. Looked decent until then, but again,
And
that's the
he's cut
chicane.
Yeah, and Flyway's just cut the turn 3 again. Turn 3?
Yeah.
Turn
Turn
4.
3 is turn 3 and turn 4 is not corners you
Turn 4,
expect
turn
to.
4. Turn 4 was the inside.
Yeah, that's not a corner you expect to cut a lot.
No, because it's got the deterrent of those sausage curbs there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So you don't really want to be running over it, but yeah, not enough on this occasion. Dougie's going to finish his first lap of the session, and it's going to be a 17.2 on the board. That's the important thing about some of these guys, is if you want to qualify well, just get a lap on the board, because, well, I'm expecting, I don't think I should be expecting it, but I'm expecting Hacko track limits here to be an issue this evening. I wouldn't be surprised if the podium gets decided by track limit penalties. You've heard it here first.
Yep, I mean, me neither, mostly because it's very easy to cut a corner, especially in that chicane. And also off the exit of turn 5, I think. It's very easy to run a bit wide and then pick up a track limits penalty. Andre is on his flyer. He is going through the first few corners, and it is looking decent for the kicks over. He doesn't flirt with track limits. He's marginally up on his time, so it's decent so far.
Luke only did a time only good enough for 4th, which is a bit surprising.
Yep, I mean, it doesn't look like there's a lot of grip out there.
No, it looks very slidey out there in general. Ashton's happy with his 17.2. That is fair enough. Sygate is 3 temps up, so he's looking towards where the likes of Luke and Pipe Tech are. Back under the Red Bull looks very twitchy on the corner exit. Tight is can to the wall, and it is a 16 flat, exactly between Luke and Pipe Tech, in fact.
Yep, and I mean, it's very close between the Red Bull guys. It's been quite close between them all season long. Andres goes up to second place with a 15.766.
Ty's just done a 15.7, but invalidated on the last corner. It was clumsy.
Yep, and that's when I said that last quarters are the easy ones. Oh, and Dougie's just invalidated Aqua Minerali, so. And Panda has invalidated the start of his lap, I think.
Yeah, that will be. 100% that'll be.
Apparently not.
What? You ran wide out the last corner. So you saw it on stream.
Yep, he did run wide. I would assume he's lost quite a bit of time from doing so. But the first few corners, they actually look really good. Really up on the curbs. Runs a bit wide of the apex there. It's a 24.5 in the first sector for Panda. That's not a bad first sector split. It is better than 2 spells first sector split. He's now gonna head through sector 2. Very easy to go a bit wide down here, especially on the braking here. It's very easy to go a tiny bit deep and then invalidate your lap. Heading through the chicane now. It's a purple sector 2, and it looks decent so far for Panda. Decent chicane. This time he doesn't spin out on the exit. Down to the final corner now. Gotta flirt a bit with the track limits. He doesn't do it on the exit. He doesn't wanna invalidate the lap, but it's a 16-1, so he slots into P8. That's not a bad effort.
On board with Dougie. That looked a lot better from Dougie through the very outer. Heading down towards Ravazza, turn 14. Oh no, he's invalidated on the inside. He was 3/4 of a second up. That would have put him. Well, it wouldn't put him up many places, but it'd be significantly closer to everybody else. It would have probably been around the 16.5 region, so that's unfortunate for Dougie. Right, who is on that outlap that I can do a lap with? Kevin is on that outlap as Ferrari goes to pole, 14.9, the first one to do so. Let's see what Kevin can do. DRS is open, Hacker. We head down the start-finish straight, which is incredibly long with that powerful DRS we'll see during the race as we turn into turn 2 and 3 here. Tamburello's turn 4. Whoa, and he's gone straight off. Where is he? I found him.
He is off the track.
Wrong.
Doesn't look like he's got any damage, so he can recharge and he can go for another one. Don't know if he's got the fuel for it. It does look like he does.
Yeah, he will do. I think most of them will probably have enough to do maybe a run or a beta run if needed. 3 minutes left of the qualifying session. The times will be coming in thick and fast. I think Ferrari you will not see again for the rest of the session after that monster of a lap.
Nope, unless he's gonna go for one more lap. He won't, he's heading into the pits. So Dougie went on to another lap. He's now starting his... This might be his final lap. Yeah, it will be. He doesn't have fuel for another one. Cars coming out of the pits. Gotta be careful of that. Heading into turn 1. Looks decent so far. Oh, a bit of a slide there and a bit of a miss shift. Accidentally shifted down to 3rd. Don't want to do that. Onto the curbs we go. Bit slidey on the rear for Dougie, but it looks fine so far. It's not been the best first sector, but looks fine enough. Heading for our Minerale now. Doesn't use a lot of the curbs, and at a track like Imola, that's where you gain the time.
Crucially, Andre's just invalidated his lap and was a tenth of a bit up. He'll be lucky he'll be going again, so keep an eye on that. Dougie, by the way, is on those tyres are very old, so I'm not expecting him to improve as much as he did last time. No, he didn't. He's done 7 laps on those set of soft tyres. Who else is quite along? There's a lot of traffic that Almanac's coming up to. Everybody trying to start their laps and finish them. Almanac's just gone 4 tenths up through the middle sector. We've only got a few corners to go. Mainly just Ravazza 14 and 15 has got a little bit of traffic in the way. Hopefully it won't affect us too much. We'll get a nice little slipstream on the exit there. And he does a 15.4. Not bad. Skodon has invalidated. So he'll be going again.
Yep. And Luke up to a 15.3. That's not a bad effort. Falawa is on an outlap. He might actually make it. He will make the line. Just about. So he's gonna try
So
for a final run.
yeah, Andre will be the first to cross that line then when he was up and he just went wide out the last corner. And that he was up in a sense where he possibly could have got onto the front row.
Yep, and
That would be
Kevin's invalidated
disappointing.
his lap.
Pressure.
And Pipe takes invalidated his lap. Ty isn't on a lap. Panda's invalidated his. 2 spells on. He's hitting.
Ty's coming in, not good enough.
Piney is still going, I would assume. So he's
Piney
gonna
is
try and see
still
if
going.
he can get up the grid.
Mercedes of Skyline is also probably the last real attempt at pole. Kept it just about within the first white lines through Ravats for the first time. Coming up to the line, and it's only a 15.3.
Yep.
He didn't really improve much on his opening lap, which is a little bit interesting. And then Falawi put down a monster lap and didn't beat it. For some reason, didn't beat it that time either. 14.9 and follows it up with a 15 flat. That's
Yep. If I'm gonna be honest, I think quite a few people could have gone close to Falawi, but they all invalidated their laps or made mistakes on the laps, so they couldn't really they couldn't just put the lap together. Let's say that, and that's something you gotta work on then. Putting the laps together. I know Matty needs to work on it.
wow.
We got Falawi on pole position with a 14.993.94. We then have Skolin on 15.3, 3.5 tenths behind, just about. Then it is King Luke in P3. Then it's Almanac, Andre, Kevin, Piney, Cygate, Pipe Tick, and then Ty is rounding out the top 10. Then we have Panda, decent job, P11, 2 spell, P12. He's got a lot of work to do in the race. Then it's Fragnista, Ashton, Doggy, Shane, Moncho. So I'm pretty sure Moncho's got a quali ban. I'm not. Could be. He didn't put a lap on the board.
Just trying to find out, actually.
So while we are waiting, one thing I will say around here: hard tires are great, mediums are also good, but the softs, they don't get a lot of tire wear, but they lose pace. Same with the hards and the mediums. They don't get an incredible amount of. I mean, they do, but if you know what I mean. What's it called? The timings will be significantly worse as the race goes on compared to other tracks.
There you go.
The rear's just the rear tires especially die around here.
Here we go.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights, and we are go for Imola. And Falawi has had a bit of a bad start. He's on the hard tire. Skolin is up ahead. King Luke is trying to get past on the outside line. He's gonna try and break late, get ahead of the Cash App. Oh, and there's a front wing going. That's
that's more than a front wing going. That is a Williams in trouble.
Cygate is fighting with Almanac. He looks to have done fine.
Oh, and there's a McLaren off as well. It is Panda that's off. Cygate's gained 2 positions. Gets Kevin with front wing damage further back here in the Williams. As I can't see anything else at the moment.
Cygate looks to be struggling. out of bounds, so Sygate's the first one penalty, but nothing he could do if he couldn't let the people pass. That's sometimes unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. I was about to say they all had done pretty well in terms of no one pinching somebody into the wall off the start when someone's gone 3 wide. That's quite a typical crash that happens around here. Other than that, everybody is pretty good. Kevin is going to stay out that front wing damage, and Andre unfortunately is coming into the pit lane.
Yep. Front wing damage, I would assume. Yep, it is. And it doesn't even get changed.
Oh, this is not good.
It's not really
No,
good.
it's
Oh, Falabi very wide there. King Luke is all over the back of him now. He's lost a lot of time, but he's on the hard tire, so he doesn't have to worry about the time that he's losing now, because he will gain it back later on. Panda is off.
And Kevin looks like he's off as well. Something's happened. Yeah, Kevin's off. Both cars with severely damaged front wings now, and they'll probably come in to the pits race of attrition. Everybody big winners because of the bottom 3 all dropping quite massively. Fragnista up 5 places, and Shane also up 5 places. The biggest progress made on the opening lap or so. And we have Valawe, Fragnista, Two-Spell and Andre all on the hard tyre.
Yep, and fastest laps going in. As Almanac has caught up to the guys up ahead. Flower is within the DRS again, so that's good work done for the Visa Cash App. He's gonna have to go long on that set of hard tires to make the strategy work, because you want a tire difference at the end of the race, and the mediums drop off significantly more than the hards do.
Oh, Almanac's also got front wing damage as well. I only just noticed that. You probably said it, but Almanac's got front wing damage on the right-hand side.
Yep, even with the front wing damage, he is absolutely flying out there.
Seems to be pushing Luke. Someone's probably going to try and, if he can, get rid of Falawe here out of the DRS zone. Sygate, though, well, that one's not going to get removed. That is 3 seconds for the corner cutting, and that is the first actual penalty of the race. And we're only lap 3 of 32, so that is not a good rate to be getting penalty for.
Nope, definitely not. Pipe Tech is going to be under pressure from Fragnista behind. He's got front wing damage, so he's going to struggle.
Yeah, Pipe Tech's in a lot of trouble anyway. He's got no battery as well. This is going to be like stealing candy from a baby, you ready? And you're going to see the other Ferrari probably go past as well. There goes Ty.
Oh, very close.
Oh, I nearly run into the back of him. Shane's past Wizard. Wizard down in 11th place at the moment. So despite having 3 positions gifted to him, actually, if they still have, Wizard's down in 14th and looks to be struggling.
Yep, those hard tires not up to temperature maybe. Struggling a bit with the heat or just the grip. Falavis dropped out of DRS. Almanac's dropped out of DRS from him. So the top 4 is pushing a lot, especially Skolin in the lead. He's gonna try and create a gap.
Sygate just can't live with the pace of the front 4, and that's another penalty, Hacko. That's 2 in 2 laps. Oh, and a Ferrari's in the background. That's Ty. And Pipe Tech's then back through. This is not optimal racing for the Ferraris. Whoa, and they've nearly crashed into each other because Pipe Tech was going to let him straight back through.
Yep, and Shane's now coming up behind, and he's going to try and see if he can get some more points for the Kicksauber team. Doug is getting 3 seconds as well. Fragnista passing Piney. He's going well on those hard tires. He's moving up the grid. He's gonna try and catch Sygate now. Piney will just try and stick behind, I would assume. And take some free lap time with the DRS.
Yeah. Ashton has lost a place to Moncho. Made a bit of a mistake there. Well, Almanac's got ahead of Luke, but I think that this is now not working. Luke's probably going to have to look to overtake that Alpine because it's only going to get worse as the wing damage has more of effect on Almanac's tyres throughout this stint. We have a yellow flag. That's for Panda, who is doing some lovely pirouettes out the last corner. Piney's picked up a penalty, and so has Dougie as well. So, yes, we'll see a few more, I think.
Yep, we definitely will. I mean, I would say I'm surprised with Piney and a penalty, but I'm not really. He always gets one, even on the tracks that was really difficult. That's just the trait Piney has. He doesn't like being on the track. King Luke getting past Almanac now. He's up in the third again. Oh, and that's a McLaren off in turn 1. I would assume that he's gonna try in the pits maybe. Looks like he's just got no grip on the rear. And Shane is past Pipe Tech, and he's gonna set his side forwards. Ty is very close behind Piney, but can't get a move done there. That seen how bad it can go if you stick your nose up. Pierre Gasly and Joe Guan Yu in real life had a crash there in 22.
Let's see how Shane can get close to the time. Made a bit of a mistake out of that corner, but had taken beforehand 4/10, but lost that straight away.
Yep.
See him try and get the gap down to best, and well, it's below 2 seconds, but let's see if he can try and get it down to that DRS. Oh, speak of Shane, and he's got a penalty. You're very welcome, Shane.
Yep, and not only that, but he's also lost a lot of time that first sector. And the guys up ahead.
Time Piney.
Yep, Ty backing out of that. That's a smart move.
Both with DRS though, as they were trying to attack into turn 1. Wizard is ghosted. Does that mean he made contact with somebody, or someone's made contact with him? I think he has. Dougie hasn't got any front wing on the right hand side, so possibly have come together there. Moncho's now closing in. That was what the yellow flags were for. Saigate is... I can't tell if he's struggling. He's got to save fuel, I know that for a fact, but he's keeps dropping further and further back, and Panda is in the wall the other side.
Yep, he's gonna retire in the pits. He's got no grip.
It's not been a nice return back for him, has it really?
No, he's not had the best of races, unfortunately. Falau is back in the DS of Skolin, so Hauta is looking good so far. Ty, no DS open. Oh, I'm like 3 seconds. But no DRS open for Ty for some reason. I don't know if that's a visual glitch or not.
I have no idea. Oh, he thought about going down the inside. Yeah, Luke tried to fight back actually on Almanac, and that gap's got to 5 seconds. That is massively grown in the last lap or so.
Yep. Could be all the fighting going on behind. If I was Luke now, I mean, catching the top 2 is probably gonna be very difficult. And Saigate gets another penalty. Slap 8, and he's got 19 seconds of pens. Oh, Piney stopped it.
Oh, time, Piney. Virtual safety. Oh, virtual safety car, and the leaders have gone past. Could this be Almanac's free ticket? It is Almanac's free ticket to come in and make his pit stop. Saigate has decided to do the same.
Oh.
Oh, he's going to serve a 10-second penalty as well.
Yeah.
double ouch for Cygate.
Yeah, it's not been a good day for the Red Bull driver. So,
So
quite a few
yeah, a
people
lot
into
of
the
guys.
pits.
Yeah, a lot of guys pitting. A lot of guys pitting also from the heart. Wait, what? Hang on. Right, so Almac's going to have to pit again.
He's gone on to another soft mediums, I would assume.
Mediums, he has, yes. I thought he was going to choose to go to the hards, unless he's going to go medium soft. I'd be pretty amazed. The VSC is still out, and the leaders.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone green. I was about to say the leaders could have a chance, but no, they don't. Oh, it's gone green, and Skolo's locked up into the penultimate corner. So has put Falawe on to the rear of the Mercedes already under pressure. DRS will be opened for the V-carb as they head down towards turn 1. And there's a change of lead.
Yep. Falawe now in the lead. Started on pole position. He's now back in that P1 spot. Mediums are dropping off by now. But I would assume that the medium runners are going to stay out a bit more so they can have just a bit of an easier life on the hard tire. Ty is very close to Ashton. Oh, and Kevin's gotten 3 seconds. That's not what you want. I'm on to 3 seconds.
I think they're all just getting 3 seconds just out of pure sympathy at the moment. So, Fly's nearly gapped Scoline in terms of DRS, both pushing on quite a bit. I think that's in the pits for Piney. So double DNF for the McLaren boys, which will not help their constructors' championship position.
No, definitely won't. Fastest lap as well for Falawe. So those hard tires are working wonderfully now. Lower fuel. He had DRS. He had. I would assume he's had a bit of ERS in the back as well.
Interestingly, they both have and have been both running very similar ERS modes as well. Almanac's just gone fastest lap with his new set of mediums that he put onto under the VSC. There's a nice gap. So gap to leader for Almanac is 29.3 seconds. That seems really big.
Yep, it does.
Even though I know he was 5 seconds or 6 seconds or so behind them, it still feels pretty massive. Ty got past Dougie. Cygate's got another penalty.
Yep. Elijah's
bear in
racking
mind
those up.
I was going to say, bear in mind he's served one. Shane's picked up another one, just out of sympathy. I'm going to have a look at Cygate's race director. Whoa!
It's not going to look good, is it?
He's done 2 laps where he hasn't got a warning. All the rest of them, he's either got a warning or multiple warnings on that lap. That's impressive. Oh god, I've just looked at the race director. Don't do it.
It's got to be worse in Canada.
Yeah, well, Canada pretty much broke your PC, didn't it? So let's not do that.
It did break my PC. Pipe 6 catching up to Cygate. So the Ferrari looking good. Hopefully both of those Scuderia cars will stay in the points. Skoden is staying within the DRS of Ferrari up ahead, so maybe the tires are coming back a bit. The rear is sliding a tiny bit of that Mercedes. Pioneer's left the session. He retired. Yep. Mancho will be letting Almanac go. Almanac is on the faster tires. There's no point in fighting your own teammate when you're on two different strategies. I am incredibly tired, so don't have a lot of energy to burn today. Don't know if Maddie's died now.
Hello. So I muted myself and then unmuted myself and then didn't mute myself back again, and that was hilarious. I was just about to say, as it stands, Wizard isn't doing enough to secure the constructors, so we'll be definitely going to
3
Vegas next
seconds
week
for the Mercedes.
to get the constructors sorted.
Bunch
And
gets
Moncho's
3
bit
seconds. Let's break a record, eh guys? Into the pits the Mercedes goes. So those medium tires would have been quite worn, and he's gonna have an easier time on the hard tires. The hard tires work really well this game.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
see where he comes
Side
out. Should come out ahead of Shane,
yeah, Shane's gonna pit.
possibly.
Tuspel's gonna stay out. He's on the hard
It's
tire.
a really long pit lane, isn't it? Sorry, I forgot how long it is for the next bit. So he's not going. He's going to come out behind Wizard.
Yeah, but
That's not ideal.
nope, it isn't. Not only that, but he's gonna be stuck through the second sector, or if he's lucky, he can stick a nose up on the exit here. Yeah, you can see the grip advantage. He's gonna probably just... No, he didn't send it. I would have probably sent it myself, but Psychic and Pipetech are fighting going into turn 1 day.
Saye did send it. Oh,
Quite a bit.
Scholar's going to
Oh!
send it. Oh, contact with the Wizard. And Wizard is off. And it looked to me, he got the move done, but then eked across to try and make the corner, and then possibly didn't give cars width there. Disastrous for Wizard in what a race is already incredibly difficult. Luke has come in, and that probably mean Wizard's going to probably come out behind him still. And with a pit stop now. Sygate with a penalty. Frag needs to pick up one the last round. Again, Sygate picked up another one. So he's on 28 seconds. That's incredible. And he's already served one, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, he's already served one. Tuspel still having to pit. Pipetech staying behind the Red Bull this time. Shane getting passed by the Ferrari.
Yeah, on track. I find it weird. So a lot of them are all quite relatively close together before the VSC.
Yep, and after
Now they're all
like
incredibly spread out, yeah.
yeah, the field spread is massive now.
I know people have made some stops and a couple of the leaders haven't, but even so, it's like 50 seconds down to Shane, and it just wasn't that before that VSC. It just seems to really just opened it up a little bit more.
Yep.
Going to possibly see King Luke now try and make a move on the Wizard, who is, well, he's under-fueled currently, so probably needs a bit of fuel saving, and he will not fight this very hard. Luke around the outside and will crack on. That's important news. That is 6 seconds to Skyline out front. Almanac's also on 6 seconds, which is going to make his two-stop very difficult to perform. So Valawe has probably got. Well, he's got effectively a 30-second lead.
Yep. Pipe and Saget going at it once again. They've been very close, but Saget's gonna lose a lot of positions with all those penalties.
I'm just gonna say this. That's if he gets there.
That's of course true. He might be disqualified before we get there.
I'm gonna see if he's managed to lap since. Oh my goodness me!
Shane's staying close to tie, so that's good news for the Kicksauber. Wouldn't mind seeing a 1-2 for recap tomorrow.
I would. I would mind a lot. I don't care if I'm getting carried in that championship. I would mind gratefully. Oh, Tygate's done a lap without any warnings. Congratulations. Just the 3 out of the 16. Oh, Shane, you've decided to also not stay within track limits. Yeah, I would greatly mind if there's a V-Carb 1-2 tomorrow.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should be happy for me.
I definitely would. No, I will not be happy for you. Not yet. There's something that needs to be wrapped up and secured.
Yep.
Down at Kicksauber. I shall be trying my utmost best to be a pain and a nuisance for people.
Yep.
Stay tuned because tomorrow because it's going to be very good. Whatever happens with that EU2 constructors title.
Yep. I mean, we come out really in it.
Close.
I've come in too late.
Yes, you're just peaking a bit too late. Hopefully it's enough, but yeah, plenty of. It's all up for grabs, I think. A lot of positions needed, especially P2 in that championship. It's going to be.
Yep, drivers are quite close. I think there's 1 point behind me and Jones.
Yes, 13 points in 3 races is what Craigie needs to wrap up EU2 for this season.
Yep, with his luck, I wouldn't be surprised.
What can I say? Strategic masterclass last week.
Yeah,
very lucky. He got so lucky.
Not so much in Belgium though. But I mean, it's all deserved. At the end of the day.
Yes.
Pipe Tech very close to Saget again. They've been fighting this entire race, basically. Or at least the entire second stint after the virtual.
Yeah, Ty's overtaken Shane a few laps ago, but Shane, although he's picked up another penalty, I keep mentioning his name, and every time I mention his name, he picks up a penalty. Stop doing it, Shane. I was about to say, he is dragging Shane along, but I can see why, because he's exploiting track limits left, right, and centre. But could see a move here if he gets Ravazza, the second part of Ravazza right, and he does okay. The Wizard is finally in off of those hard tyres. Shane is closing in, trying to use that DRS, but he's not overtaken the Ferrari. That is interesting. He has just made Ty burn quite a bit of his battery though. So
whoa, Saget's far off track.
Let's go up to the back of Fragnista, who's up in second place. Yes, he's got 6 seconds of penalties, and he's going to bring himself out after he stopped around where the likes of Sygate, Ty, and Shane are. Probably behind that, speaking of Sygate, another penalty. And he's going to be on 7 meters, so I'll be keen to see what Fragnista does in the second part of this race when he does eventually come in. Luke's just in a race by himself, but it's probably going to be net P2. Hacko, I reckon.
No,
when that comes
maybe
in
not. It's net P3 at least.
Oh, net P3, sorry, net P3 at least, because Skyline's picked up a penalty, but he's not miles away.
No.
Skyline picks up another penalty. It does make it a little bit more uncomfortable. It'd be down to 3 or 4 seconds, but he's driving a lonely race. I think, all being well, P3 will be wrapped up for him.
Yep. Shane, very difficult. Having a bit of trouble on the exit of the Villeneuve chicane. Rear is switching on that kick salvo. Please don't crash.
I've switched on to the kick salvo, so I'm expecting him to pick up another penalty. It keeps it within the lines this time. Yeah, got a great drive though out of Tosa. People take different lines through Tosa and see how they get on. Oh, that's definitely a warning on the exit of Aqua Minerale. Skyline 17 flat on the hard tyre. Just letting know everybody that he's still there.
Yep.
And Fragnista is in.
He's been on that tyre for quite long. Flower is gonna have a massive pace advantage at the end of the race, and he's only got to catch a few seconds because he's got all those penalties. Skolin.
D Summers, it's called the commentator's curse. They'll have to deal with it.
Oh, and Shane's going for a move.
He's going to go for a move.
Around the outside, and he's cut the corner again.
He's re-overtaken Ty. The Ty took him earlier on in the stint. And Shane is through. And another penalty.
I can't. It's every time we switch to him, he's picking up penalties.
I mean, I'm not surprised that time. He didn't even
try to
car
avoid
was
it.
on the track. Yeah.
Before I was in. Almanac's gonna be in soon enough as well, I would assume.
Did Sidegate serve a 10 seconds as well?
Yep.
So technically he's had 44 seconds of penalties.
Yep.
That's quite funny.
Oh, that gap to the Mercedes is gonna be quite big as well. That's what the long pit lane does for you.
He is, and Almanac is approaching, and this could be a pain. Yeah, Almanac is ahead of Flaway.
Yeah, but then again, look at the grip of these mediums.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just a minor inconvenience. That's all it is.
Yeah, if I was him, try and get close on the exit here, get past. Should be decent. They're all changing position behind again.
Yep, Pipe Tech past Cygate and then Ty past Shane. Both the Ferraris up a position into turn 1. Sorry, turn 2, because the kink counts as a corner. Using the DRS, both making similar moves, but Shane keeping very close to Ty. These Ty and Shane catching up to Pipe Tech and Cygate, who've been fine all race. And Fragnista, Shane getting very tail happy. Fragnista is approaching on the scene, so he's come out exactly where I thought he would, but I think he's going to be the one that's going to be heading the front of this group towards the end of the race. All being well, Almanac has come in.
Yep, and Ferraris got the DRS, and he's going to go for a faster slap attempt now, I would assume.
It should be a set of soft tyres. It is a set of soft tyres. Hello. Got him. He's going to get 10 laps out of these red striped tyres.
Yep. And oh, he's going to lose a lot of positions though.
He is, but he's going to be rapid compared to that group that's just gone past him, and he's got a lot of clean air to exploit it as well.
Yeah, but those tires are going to degrade quite a bit. Fragnista is stuck behind. Ferrari is gaining, Skolin up ahead. He's got 10 laps to... oh! Pipe Tech's into the wall!
Pipe Tech's in the wall! Safety car! Yeah!
Oh, the Ferrari is looking...
Now it's not so comfortable for everybody.
Oh, especially the Mercedes. Would you pit?
I don't know, probably.
As
Ferrari?
Yes. I would probably go on to soft tires, right?
I probably would, because the other guy's got a penalty, and everybody around you. Oh, he stayed out though. Multi-Cracks, thank you for the follow whilst I screamed out for a safety car. So, situation changes once again. Someone's gone to the medium tyre though. I think we're going to see a split here in terms of strategies and what people think. Everybody else is filing into the pit lane as we speak.
Frankenstein into the pits as well.
Hey, look, Amonak's on a good set of tyres.
Yep, he's gonna get up ahead, but he's gonna have a lap
he's
more.
Gonna get Luke. He's gonna have Luke as well.
Yep.
So there we go. Split of strategies. So, Flare, Skoloin, Luke and Ty all on a set of mediums out the top 8. And then it's Almanac, Shane, Fragnista and Cygate all on a set of softs. Wizard stays out and gets... Oh, not quite. Didn't quite beat Ty to that safety car line on the pit exit.
Nope. But he
Wizard
is looking good. Oh, Ashton not on the safety car.
No! Do you know what the funny thing is? That's his first one as well.
Yep. The entire season.
Oh, Ashton. Now, Ashton, if I was you, he's on overtake, that's why. Oh, turn it off! Ashton, turn it off!
Why are you wasting the battery?
Listen to my... There we go. Don't need it on. You'll be fine. I would say come into the pits as well and get a set of soft tyres on if you want to.
Yeah, I think you might save a bit of wear on the tyres because it's not gonna go into lap.
It definitely won't end this. That would be the next lap. So we see if they have to catch up. Dougie went on to a set of mediums. Who's down in 10th. Moncho and Kevin went to a set of softs. Andre set out there on a set of hard tyres. That is brave.
Yeah, I mean, I won't lie. You're not gonna gain any positions, are you?
No, Mikey, no, that's not right.
Oh, 2%.
He's probably... Wait, what?
Oh, 2 and medium.
Huh?
Are you taking the piss? It was politest way possible.
You feeling alright?
I think he might have the man influence.
Well, all I would say is we've seen the Aston Martins do some weird strategy calls this season, and it's paid off. So I'm going to question it now, and then made to be look silly later.
Yeah, but then again, look at... I mean, he might gain a lot of positions by all these penalties.
It's the Wizard. Of course he is. God. You don't know by now. Doesn't get penalties. Which then makes it even more strange, because then the top two... Two of the top 3 have got penalties.
Yep.
I don't know.
We'll see. Should be in the lap. Not said it's going in yet. Are we gonna stay up for another lap? I think we actually might. Due to the pack not catching up, I think we're gonna stay out for another lap. Yep, out for another lap we go. Yeah, yo.
Now you come in for a set of softs.
Yep, 2-spell into the pits. Yes! Come on! I think he might be listening to the stream.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone tried to manufacture that.
Set of soft tires on the Aston Martin. He's gonna try and make up a lot of positions. Look at that, even by penalties as well. He could go up into the required position, I think. If he's lucky. If he can get past some of the slower drivers first. That's always something you gotta consider. when you're pitting for a set of tires. Shane up into P6. Was on my bingo card this afternoon.
For those keeping track at home, P4 is what is needed.
Yep.
For
The
the Wizard.
constructors.
I will just double check that now.
But this might.
P4 is needed to take it out of everybody else's hands, as Falaway is currently currently leading the race for the RBs.
Yep. Not only that, but it's gonna minimize the loss in the drivers' championship as well.
Now, I'm going to use the line that typically happens in NASCAR IndyCar. I believe this is going to be a safety car that is going to cause more safety cars.
Yep.
And
I'm
we
waiting
could
to
see
see.
a Bottas Russell style accident into turn 1.
Yep. And Falaway has gone.
Bolted out the front.
Yep. He is on to the mediums, and so is Colin behind. So these guys are gonna try and make some moves happen. Luke is trying to warm his tires on the restart. But the guys up ahead does have penalties. He's gonna do his very best to stay close to them because they got penalties and you have to capitalize on that. Ty behind is being chased down by Shane. And Doug has got a 3-second on the
Dougie,
restart.
No. That brings it up to 9 for Dougie, which is not good because everyone else behind him is on 6 and he was having a good race. So, fingers crossed.
Oh my, look at this. Top 3 within 4 tenths.
Yes, and the Mercedes hassling that car. Well, actually, no, if he's in George's car, he's hustling that car through the corners.
Luke hasn't lost a lot of time, actually.
And, interestingly, Fly's dumped a lot of battery this lap as well. He's down to 44%. The others on 80 and 55. And here we go then. We could see a move for the lead. Skyline on the inside. Oh, he's not going to go for it though. And that could cost him though, because Almanac's going to go down the inside for takes advantage on the soft tyres, don't forget. These two fighting for position. If they play it sensibly, they could be fighting for the lead and win of this race. And Almanac's down the inside for Toza. All on the curb. And didn't quite get the move done. So the first time in this race, Almanac's also got front wing damage still, I think. Yeah, he has. Still got front wing damage on that right-hand side of that Alpine. So for the first time in this race since the start, really, Falaway is put under a lot of pressure from those behind him. And keep an eye on it. Luke and Ty are miles away if it all goes horribly wrong.
Yep, they're lurking. And I mean, they've caught up a lot this lap.
They have
because
got
of all
a
the
lot
fighting.
this lap. Sygate's on 27 seconds. For those at home, he's on 47 seconds of penalties because he's served 2 10-second penalties in the pits when he's had a pit. Dougie's just picked up 3 more as well, so that's not great for Dougie. Ty, fastest lap. Almanac to the lead, possibly round the outside.
No!
Contact between the RB and the Alpine driver. This is fantastic news for Wizard and the Aston Martins.
Not so fantastic for the league cups. Ferrari lost a lot of time by doing that. Didn't have to fight it. But as a racing driver, that's all you want.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, you don't really think about potentially what could happen in the next couple of corners. From hindsight, and we can look at it as commentators, as a spectator, I would have just backed out of that and just tried to get him the end of the next lap. It's split the front three or four
Ty.
a bit. Ferrari 2.6 seconds. Ty's picked up a penalty, trying to get past Luke. He's all over the back of Luke as well. 2/10 is between these two drivers, Red Bull and Ferrari.
Yep, that Ferrari is putting pressure on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Skolin is going to try and maybe go for the lead here going into turn 1.
He's been fantastic with his battery. 90% worth. He's just sitting there. He's just going to tease him. Does have to be careful though, because you'll have Luke and Ty who've now closed in behind. Top 4 separated by less than a second. Skyline's going to go down for the move. He's back down.
No.
Oh, front damage to Ty. He's picked up front wing damage to Luke. As the quartet head down towards Toza. Ferrari 2.2 seconds behind. Can see everything unfold in front of him.
Yep.
2.5 laps to go.
And this is great news for the V Cup, because he's gonna gain positions because of all the fighting, with all the penalties ahead, and he might even get within the DRS again.
Meanwhile, was down in 13th, Ashton down in 14th. Hopefully, he can pick up a couple of places with the penalties. Everybody else is pretty tight from P6 down. One V carb is hunting a quartet. The other one is protecting itself from a quartet of drivers closing in. Fragnista under a lot of pressure from Shane, Sygate, Dougie. Andre's trying to join up to the back of this train. Bear in mind, he was nearly last at one point during this race. Kevin and Moncho not too far away, just in case something does happen.
Yep, not only that, but Skolin's all over the back of Almanac going into that turn 1, and then on the exit he was looking for a move into Villeneuve again. And Ferrari's all over the back of Ty now. Luke's got to try and see if he can seize the opportunity here, because Ferrari doesn't have any penalties. And
Almanac. Yeah, sorry, Hako. Almanac ran wide there. That was a hairy moment for the Alpine, pushing that car to the limits. Front wing damage on the Alpine, so really going to hurt those tyres. We've got not many opportunities left, and we have a 5-car fight for the win on track, and we're going to see Skoloin go to the outside of Ravazza. Not going to be able to get it done. He's going to have to pick his way through. We could see 3 or 4 wide here into turn 1. Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, as we cross the line for the penultimate lap. 1 lap to go.
Yep, Mercedes is passed, and it's now King Luke on the hump behind. Ferrari is looking for the move down the inside in turn 1, but the Red Bull is going to keep the position. Oh my god, he has lost out to Ty again. It's absolutely crazy to watch this. King Luke is now in the prime position to win the race. If he doesn't pick up a penalty, don't want to see that. I think it might be his first win in EU3. So he is looking good so far. If he can keep it within bounds, that is the problem. Almanac has lost out a lot to Skolin up ahead. Skolin, with that battery advantage, will probably get ahead of Almanac. I actually don't remember how many penalties he's got. Sidegate.
There it is! There it is! Sygate disqualified for multiple warnings. We had a feeling that was going to happen. Ferrari 2.3 seconds off the leaders. Needs to be careful not to lose too much time. We've got 2 corners to go. Skoline's going to win it on track, but Luke's going to possibly pick up his 3rd race win of the season. Ty's picked up another penalty. That'll be him done. Skoline wins, but it'll be Almanac that's going to jump. No, it's not. Luke's going to win, obviously. Ferrari second, Skoline, Almanac, and Ty. Fragnista's going to hold everybody off to finish in P6. Andre 7th. Kev 8th. Dougie just going to hold on to the points. The Wizard jumps up to 7th. Shock. Didn't see that one coming. Wizard picking up places. And we will go to Vegas next week with both the championships still to be decided, Hako.
Yep, and that's good to see. I mean, always want a bit of excitement. And the drivers should be getting closer after tonight.
is Drivers' Championship does get a lot closer, uncomfortably closer now for the Wizard. But what a lovely ending.
It's a
We
beautiful ending to a great
it-
race.
It did. The race, that safety car brought life to a race where, well, the deserved driver that probably should have won the race ends up finishing second, but does take a huge amount of points out of our championship leader. In fact, he takes 12. So gap to Wizard from Ferrari will be down to 6 points as we head to Vegas next week with 2 rounds to go. It can't get any closer. Is the constructors decided? Of course not. Aston Martin didn't get enough points, and the Visa Cash Apps scored a second and a sixth because Frank Meester came home in 6th place. A great result for Visa Cash App tonight. So we will head to Vegas with a lot to be decided, and drivers will be riding their luck around the streets.
Yep, they definitely will. Great ending to a great race. I won't be able to hold any interviews tonight. I am absolutely smashed.
But I can do my plugs because something hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to do that.
Yes, please do your plugs.
Is that okay? Cool.
Yep.
So, if you want to watch any more Contest of Speed action after watching that thrilling EU3 race, wait no longer. You could join us at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 2 a.m. in the UK and 3 a.m. in Central European Time, where you can watch AM3 because it would be their turn to kick off the America's side of the action this week. If you feel like, I can't quite stay up for that, but I want to watch more, you can watch tomorrow. You can watch definitely myself and probably the gentleman virtually sitting next to me race around Imola for EU2. It's the same time as EU3, 9 p.m. UK tomorrow. We share our nights with AM2, and then you can watch the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. EU1 and AM1 will be kicking us up on Thursday for your action, and that will conclude the official league action of the week, with a few social races kicking about on Friday, Saturday, and Monday. If Tuesday evenings are your evenings where you want to watch Contest of Speed action, you're more than welcome to. I have mentioned it already, but I will mention it again. EU3 will be at Vegas for round 11 of 12 of this enthralling championship. Do not miss it. There's a lot of things to be decided. If you miss the streams will finish. Once this finishes, it will be up on the Twitch channel. You can watch it back then, and then it will be uploaded to YouTube if YouTube is your platform of choice that better suits you. Keep an eye on the socials for our standings and any updates and announcements that we do. If you want to join our Discord link is in the Twitch chat. It has been mentioned a few times this evening. We will more than happy welcome you because we will be doing lots and lots of more social races run by Brooksy and Co. I'm done, Hacko. I'm finished. I've calmed down now.
Thank you all for watching tonight. No interviews tonight. I'm smashed, and I think Matty is smashed as well. So thank you all for watching tonight. We will see you next time around Vegas, and appreciate the guys coming in. We will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Have a good one. Sleep well, everyone. Bye.